I'm Leena Rao with TechCrunch TV, and we're here at CloudStock, Salesforce's hackathon, with Sean Whiteley, who's the SVP of Mobile and Social for Salesforce, which is chatter, a lot of chatter. So Sean, tell me a little bit about Chatter now. It's been officially a year, right? Because Chatter was debuted at last year's Dreamforce. So where have you guys come with Chatter in a year?
Sure. So we talked about Chatter last Dreamforce about a year ago, and we actually officially launched the product June 22nd down in San Jose, and it's easily our most successful product launch ever. We have over 60,000 of our customers using it, and it's just been sort of a new experience for us and our customers. Chatter has sort of turned the enterprise on its head, and it's really sort of created an entire new dynamic in the enterprise. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that this tsunami of mobile and social coming to the enterprise, and it's really been just a fascinating year. We're looking forward to another huge year.
What marks Chatter as being the most successful product launch? Because you guys have the Service Cloud, you have Force.com, you have a number of other sort of products that have done very well in the Salesforce family.
Yeah, Salesforce has 5 lines of business if you break it down. We have the Sales Cloud, which is of course our sales and marketing services. We have the Service Cloud, which is from a revenue perspective our fastest growing product line. We have application development, app dev. All of these people here are building on our platform. We have the Data Cloud. The Data Cloud is essentially our data services that allow you to get more data, but more importantly, keep the data that you have in your existing systems accurate and up to date and complete. And then we have what we're referring to as the Collaboration Cloud, which is Chatter. And what's interesting about Chatter is, Chatter has started to become an integral part of all of our clouds. So Chatter is not only an application that people can use to do status updates, create groups, profiles and feeds. It's made our application very social in general. It's also made our platform very social in general. So people are starting to build applications on top of our platform, Force.com, that have a lot of sort of the characteristics of a social application, profiles and feeds. So we waited to release Chatter until we could have a full-blown application development environment and the necessary APIs so that companies could actually build applications that look and feel like Chatter in nature. But of course, what Salesforce cares the most about is security and reliability and availability. So everything that you build on our platform or use from Salesforce has enterprise-grade security, reliability, and availability, which is what we think businesses need to operate.
So in terms of these 60,000 customers that are using Chatter now, yeah. Are most of them big companies? Are they small companies? Is it a range?
Yeah, so we have companies of all sizes. I mean, Salesforce serves the small, the medium, and the largest companies in the world. And it's really across all of those companies that are using Chatter. We initially, when we launched Chatter, one of the different things about Chatter is that not only do people have a feed and they can do status updates, you can follow people, you can create groups, but the data in our system also has a feed. So I can follow Leena if I would like to in my system, but what I can also follow is a sales opportunity or a support case or a marketing initiative. I can subscribe to that piece of data in the system and it will actually alert me when something happens. So initially when we released Chatter, we tied it very closely to CRM, as you would imagine. But what happened is, traditionally our Salesforce users are sales and marketing and service and support. But what they started to say is, hey, this is great. We're interacting with the data and the people that are Salesforce users, but they wanted other people who were not Salesforce, who didn't have a Salesforce license to use Chatter, because collaboration is for an entire company, and an entire company works together. So that's when we came out with a version of Chatter that was purely just collaboration that companies could buy if they wanted to just have a Chatter user. So what we've seen is just more and more inbound requests for not only features and functionality in Chatter, but also for more licenses and different types of user licenses of Chatter. So we've been working on some other things. There'll be some pretty exciting announcements tomorrow and the next day around Chatter.
Touching upon that, Salesforce's CEO Mark Benioff said in your earnings call a couple weeks ago that Chatter would be going freemium, and that you would be adapting some of the model that other maybe smaller enterprise players like Yammer, for example, have adopted. Is that a way to sort of gain more customers that are not actually on that Salesforce.com platform using the Service Cloud or Force.com or something else?
Sure. So I can't speak to the announcements that we'll be making tomorrow, but as I mentioned, our first priority was to build Chatter in a way that enabled the largest companies, big financial institutions, companies who have very, very strict compliance and security requirements. Our goal was to build Chatter for those customers, and that's what we've done. And we've also started to create some different types of licenses for Chatter so that other people that aren't a core CRM user can use it as well, or someone using an application built on Force.com. And you can kind of see the direction that we're going, but really it's all customer demand driven. When our customers ask us for something, if enough people vote on those suggestions for feature, for functionality, or for new products, we'll deliver it. And Chatter has easily been the most popular category of requests for features and functionality that we've seen. So there'll be some exciting announcements tomorrow.
I was going to say, just generally speaking, maybe not without giving away what you're going to be announcing tomorrow, what can we expect from Chatter in the next year as it turns 2? So what are sort of the strategies that we'll be seeing?
Sure. So again, Chatter is an application, but we also see it as an entirely new application development platform. We see mobile as a huge, huge channel. We just released the iPhone. We just released a native Chatter app for the iPad. We'll be releasing Chatter for the BlackBerry as well as Chatter for Android over the next couple of months. And we've seen an amazing uptake in mobile usage as a result of Chatter. So what we expect going forward is to continue our momentum with Chatter, and we also expect to focus very heavily on adoption. So one of the challenges of social networking in the enterprise is that it's very important to tie it to the underlying metrics, such as business process optimization or shorter sales cycles, faster resolution of support cases. So it's really important that as we go along here, that we provide the use cases from our customers that they're giving us that enable people to understand that social networking is not a fad. It's not something that's in the consumer world. It's very important for enterprises to start to understand and adopt social network in the enterprise. And we think that Chatter is doing just that. And our customers are going to continue to kind of give us ideas and examples of things that we need to provide.
Great. Well, Sean, it was really nice to speak to you, and thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Leena. Appreciate it.